I tell ya, that night is one night I won't soon forget. I took the job for peanuts, but what can I say? I'm an old softy. Always trying to make the world a better place, even if it costs my soul. Not that I've got much soul left. Anyway, I was tracking my target through an alley, a long, dark corridor of filth and despair. A place where dreams go to die, and the dreamers go along with them. My mark was a chrome dome with a debt that ran into next Tuesday. But he was easy to follow. His stompers were impossible to miss. I saw him duck into a doorway, and I followed him so quietly I had no idea I was there. Stealth is all part of the service. And I knew I was closing in. He had nowhere else to hide. And then it turned out that the doorway led to a questionable toy store. Not entirely the sort that kids would enjoy. I couldn't figure out what I was looking at, and in my confusion, my target gave me the slip. I got bumpkissed for the job, but I bought the world's strangest rubber ducky, so that was something. Then I came back here, licking my wounds, and stumble upon you. Because you see, that night was also this night. Oh, right, yeah, I can sign for it. Here you go. Thank you for the package. Have a nice day. Typical. I don't know why I even bother. What's the point of anything anymore? I think there's some whiskey calling my name. Maybe that's my only reason left to keep going. That and talking to myself. Oh, what do we have here? Sneaking up on a man when he's trying to recover from his night. Whoa. Well, ain't you a humdinger of a dish? What brings you to my pile of bricks at this time of night? Oh yeah? I haven't had many good experiences when it comes to broads, but I'm willing to hear you out. A job's a job, right? Come on in, take a seat. Take a load off. Let's see what all Loop can do for you. Alright, you can have that chair there. Make yourself comfortable. You, want a towel or a cloth? I can see you're a bit damp. Is it raining again? It rained earlier. It rains every night, you know. Every single night. And sometimes during the day. It's like Seattle, but somehow worse. I've just about forgotten what it's like to walk these streets without the cold rain on my back. But that's all part of the job. Now then, speaking of the job, what is it I can do for you? Your husband? Doesn't surprise me that a cookie like you has an old man. What about him? Something tells me nothing good if you're darkening my doorstep at this hour. Ah, an anchor clinker. What, was he sauced? One bender after another? Ha! A sailor without drink is like a night without stars. Doesn't happen. But if not that, then what? Did he ship out and leave you holding the bag for something? Wouldn't be the first time. Some of those fellas are real fat heads, you know. What's the deal? Was he a drip? Huh? You sure he actually disappeared? You sure he didn't just take a powder? I mean, you don't seem like the kind of dame a fella would just walk out on, that's for sure. But then again, I'm not your fella. And no gams are worth tying myself down. Not even gams like yours. Yeah, but we're not talking about me, are we? I'm a mystery wrapped in an enigma. Wearing a fedora and a 1,000-yard stare. Carrying a Colt 1911 and a pair of brass knuckles that'll knock a man's teeth into next week. That's nothing any dame needs in her life. But let's get back to you. So your fella disappeared, and you sure he didn't just move on to the next skirt who came along? Which means you need my help tracking him down. Is that right? Oh yeah? Why me? It's a valid question. Of all the private detectives in all the city at all hours of the day or night, why me? And why now? Alright, I forgot I put the flyer up everywhere. And the business cards, yeah. Oh, must have slipped my mind. Well, I'm the ace. Best gumshoe in this town. Glad people are finally taking notice. And that depends. Maybe I can help you. Maybe I'm too busy. Maybe I have something serious to deal with. What's so special about your husband anyway? Why don't you just ask the cops to look for him? Oh yeah, the plot thickens. What was he up to? Was he in cahoots with the mob or something? Maybe they gave him some cement galoshes and a long walk down a short pier. Is that why he can't go to the cops? Hey, if there's one thing I've come to learn, it's that everyone gets what's coming to them. One way or another, it always happens. Happens to you, happens to your husband, and definitely happens to me. More times than I can count. But I digress. So what was your swabby doing when he disappeared? Interesting. So you had a rhubarb. The kind that neighbors could hear, I take it. Something about his shady dealings. You found something out, flipped your wig, didn't you, doll? Why wouldn't you? If he was getting caught up in some bad business, you'd had every reason to snap your cap. But then he disappears right after. Well, who's to say you didn't do a little something to make that happen? A little abracadabra. Husband gone. And all of his crummy actions with him. Please, you don't need to protest so much. I see it all the time. Everyone's got a breaking point. And maybe a man's got yours. Everyone has it in them to snap, Cookie. Even someone who looks as teary-eyed as you. You could be a very good actress. A regular Katharine Hepburn. How would I even know? Simple, dollface. You came looking for my help and you made it look like you hadn't just offed your husband. You have to give every appearance of the grieving wife. Is that what you're doing? Are you going through the motions of being a good lady when secretly you brained your husband with a shovel? Maybe I am just speculating. And if I'm honest, I never found out much listening to myself. I'd rather listen to you. Tell me, did you kill your husband? You promise? Alright then. Even though you look like sin walking in, my better judgment is taking a little vacation, so I'll consider taking the job. But first, I'm gonna need some proof you can pay me. Nobody works for free in this town, least of all me. Christopher Columbus, look at those clams! That's a lot of lettuce. You're walking around with that many greenbacks on you? What kind of knucklehead are you? If you say so. Best that you know how to protect yourself anyway. It's not like anyone else around here is gonna do it. Alright then, it does appear you can afford me. That's good. For a down payment anyway. Lady, I'm the killer diller. But I need more information before I can start the investigation. Tell me your husband's name. Alright, and what ship was he on? Was he due back at any particular time? Now tell me about that fight you had. What'd you say? Don't leave nothing out. I need it all. Who am I gonna tell? Come on, spill. I can't do my job otherwise. Alright. What else? Uh-huh. And what exactly did you think he was up to? Don't second guess yourself. Gut instincts are usually spot on. Remember, nobody knows anybody. Not that well. So what did your gut tell you? What's the dope? That bad, huh? Holy mackerel, that's a lot. Anything else? This is a gas. It was probably up to all sorts of trouble. Well, who isn't in this day and age? Takes a lot to get ahead, and in the end, none of us ever do. None of us. Not a single one. Sorry, where was I? Right, your husband. Well, I can start with this and see what turns up. We'll see if you're just whistling Dixie or if there's something to it. Of course, there's always still a chance that you offed him yourself. Please, I've never seen a broad so decked out in bad intentions. You're a walking, talking crime of passion, even with that quivering lip. But I'll humor you for now. Oh, certainly. This is the stuff dreams are made of. Give me my retainer and I'll get to work. Alright, now we're cooking with gas. Here, you take this much back. Buy yourself some dessert. I'll see if I can find out where the hubby ran off to, and I'll be in touch once I know something. Write your number down on this paper. I mean, maybe it's a bum rap. Maybe he's even still alive somewhere. Maybe. But give him time. I think you'll find that faith in humanity is always misplaced, even if the humanity sleeps next to you at night. Yeah. Now get out of here and let me drown what's left of this night in whiskey. I'll pick this up in the morning. But today, it's the end of the line.